Hello everyone, welcome back to Twisted Serenity. Thanks for clicking on my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created some more gingerbread DIYs, of course on a budget. So I want to say thank you for all the love that I have gotten and for everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate you guys. So I do hope I give you guys some inspiration with these projects. So sit back and relax to craft with me. Let's get started. Okay, so for our first one, we have this chalkboard little stand that we got from Dollar Tree, of course. And I'm just going to paint the entire chalkboard with my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. I do the stand, I do the back as well, as always. And I am a clumsy painter. And so I got some on the chalkboard part, but I just wipe it off with a wipey. Did I say wipey? That's how I say it to my baby. Baby wipe, sorry. Now, I'm going to transfer on this decal that I made with my Cricut, and it just says Bacon Spirits Bright. Now remember, if you guys don't have a Cricut, you guys could do this with stickers, chalkboard markers. You could even trace it with some regular printer paper using graphite. That's what I did all the time before I had a Cricut. Now I picked up these toys from the Dollar Tree section, the toy section, and I'm going to take out the spatula. And I have this little clay man I created, and I'm just showing you guys how I decorate him. I take the pokey tool to do, like, I engrave the smile on him, and then I take my puffy fabric paint from Dollar Tree. I make the little squigglies by the arms and the legs. I use the black puffy paint for his eyes, and I use some green puffy paint to do some buttons down our little clay gingerbread man. Now once I have them all decorated, I am going to take a piece of baker's twine. And I think I picked this one up at Michael's because this one's a little bit thicker than the Dollar Tree one. It was like in this little gift set that I found on clearance for like 25 cents. And I'm just going to make, or struggle to make, a little tiny bow. Now once I made that little tiny bow, I just measured it on to my little spatula. And I just glued that little bow onto my spatula. Now, once those pieces are all done, I have all my pieces for my little sign. So I take my spatula and my hot glue, because I'm a hot glue queen, always using hot glue, making a mess, and I glue it on to my sign. I want to make sure that it's not covered in the wording, as you can see, like I did right there. I glue on that little spatula. I take my little clay man. I glue him onto the spatula so he could just look like he just came out of the oven, nice and baked. I grab my baker's twine just to give it the spatula a little bit of embellishment. I glue it onto my spatula. Now, I was going to be done there, but I wanted like a little more pop to it. So I have these little clay peppermints that I made. And I honestly, I just rounded out some clay and painted on the stripes, and I glue those onto the sign. And that was it, you guys. Okay, so for this next one, I have this little candle stand from Dollar Tree. And then this little blue piece, this is a bubble wand holder container thing, if that's what you call it. But basically, it's like a bubble pan where you stick the bubbles. And it was going to go in the trash, so I thought about reusing it. So I just took some Gorilla Glue and some hot glue, and I'm just going to glue the candle stand right in the middle inside our little pan. And it was like perfect. Like the little pan had like a little circle, so it was like a perfect fit. So once I had this done, I give this all a base coat of white Waverly chalk paint, because I am going to go over it with a different color. But since it is plasticky, you could, if you don't have to do it with chalk paint, you could sand down the plastic and that holds the paint better, or you could do it with Mod Podge. But I just decided just to paint it and then to go over it with my color. Now this is my color combination of Nut Big Brown from Apple Barrel, and I put like a little touch of red and yellow just to give it more, I don't know, for me I feel like this is like a little more like a gingerbread color. So once that chalk paint did dry, since these are all acrylic paints, that's why I wanted to give it the base coat of chalk paint. I did paint the entire bubble pan. That's what it is, a bubble pan in the stand with this brown color. So once that was dried, I was going to leave it like this, but I just wanted to give it like a little face. So I'm taking like a juice bottle cap and I'm just tracing some circles for the eyes. And I'm going to just draw like a little gingerbread face. And I'm going to do the nose and the mouth, and then I'm going to go over it with some paint. I'm just coloring this, doing some cheeks, not perfect circles. And I'm using that ballerina slipper from Waverly Chalk Paint. Now, once I had it all painted, I grabbed my puffy paint from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to do like a little squiggly face all around my little pan. Okay, so in this condiment dispenser bottle, I have Mod Podge, some caulk, and a little bit of white paint. And I did this little combination because I was running out of my puffy paint. So I wanted to decorate the side, like the side of the pan, just in case like I do cover up, which I do intend to use this little pan. So if I put like little decorations inside of it and I cover up the face, I still wanted it to have like a gingerbread type of feel. So I wanted to cover up the side of the pan. And since I had no more puffy paint, I used this caulk and Mod Podge and paint combination. So I did go around the whole rim of it, and then I took some glitter and I just sprinkled a little bit of glitter on my dish. Now I wanted it to have like that Christmas gingerbread feel, like I said. So I grabbed this like confetti tubing from Dollar Tree, of course, and I went all around the rim, put in all just random pieces all around it. So I have it completely decorated. So I made this little bow with this ribbon that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I have these little gingerbread. This is ribbon, and I wish I could find the rest of the ribbon. And it's like a gingerbread man ribbon that I have. So I cut off a little piece and I stuck it in the middle of the bow. And I took the bow and I glued it onto our little gingerbread stand. And that was it for this one, you guys. I love how this one came out. It's so cute. I'm thinking I could put like some wrapped candies, a candle on here. And even if I cover the face, or I could just leave it like that. And even if I cover the face, the whole stand is gingerbread. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, you guys. So I have these crates that I'm going to reuse. Like I said, I've been trying to repurpose a lot of like what I have in my craft stash. So I'm taking one crate and I'm going to take a wood plank. Now I take this cardboard circle and I wanted to make like a sign. I wanted to recopy like the sign that Dollar Tree has, where people have turned them into like little bakery signs, but the cardboard circle was too flimsy. So I decided to take this MDF piece that I had from another sign that I had and cut it down and to glue it on the wood plank. So it was very easy to cut. I didn't show you guys. It's just exactly like cutting like a wood plank. And now I'm just going to sand it up. And I'm going to glue those two pieces together. So basically I'm just doing this just to make my sign. I let that dry up. And once I have everything dried up, I'm going to start painting all my pieces. I take the crate and I'm going to paint the crate with crimson from Waverly Chalk Paint. And then I'm going to paint the wood plank with some white Waverly Chalk Paint. So I left this in here. I'm taking the sign that I basically made and I started painting it white. I didn't like how it looked white, so I did go over it once it was dried with the crimson from Waverly Chalk paint as well. Okay, so now I have all these pieces, so I grabbed the skewer stick, like the marshmallow roaster ones that you could get from Dollar Tree in like the summertime. And I'm just going to measure it out where I want to cut it, because I'm going to need 2 pieces to glue on the top sign to our crate. Now notice that I did flip it upside down. If you want this to really hold, use some wood glue. I'm just using some hot glue because I don't have time to like let the wood glue hold, even though I could alternate it. But so I just attached 2 dowels to each side, and then I'm going to attach the sign to the little dowels. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab my hot glue and I'm just putting hot glue all on the top of the crate because I am going to glue my wood plank right on top of there. So basically I'm just making like a little bit, like a little table because I am making a little gingerbread bakery. Okay, so I didn't want to leave the little dowel sticks like unfinished wood, so I did paint them white. And I took some red and white baker's twine and I just wrapped it around because I just wanted it to look like little peppermint sticks. You're going to see my OCD kicks in and I'm just counting if it's the same amount on this side, the same amount of loop arounds as the other side. I hate when I do stuff like that. Sometimes I just can't just leave simple things how it is. I overthink everything. Okay, so once I have it looped all around, we need to put some wording on our sign. So I just cut this out using my Cricut, and I cut out Bake Fresh Daily, and I also cut out made with sugar and spice and everything nice. And then on the wood plank part, I cut out Gingerbread Bakery. Okay, so now I'm using more of that ribbon, that gingerbread ribbon that I have. And I'm just going to cut out 2 little pieces of the little gingerbread man. And I'm going to glue it right under where it says Bake Fresh Daily. And it is just some embellishment. And then I'm going to take 2 peppermints that I made with my clay, and I just painted the little swirlies on them. And I'm going to glue them to the sign as well. I wanted this to be like all decked out gingerbread bakery. Wanted to look all like sweets and just like a candy shop type of thing. Now you don't have to do all these steps, but I wanted to have a bunch of like little props inside my bakery. So I grabbed this burlap ribbon that I have, and I'm cutting off the wire ends on both of them. And then we're going to fold our ribbon right in half, and we're going to put hot glue on the edges. And then once the hot glue dries, we're going to turn it inside out. Basically, we're making little sacks. Okay, so I did 4 sacks. I'm going to just show you guys, I'm just showing you guys how I made one, because obviously it's very repetitive. And one that I did make, I made like a little bit shorter than the other. So once we have it flipped inside out, I do make sure I pop those corners out. So I'm just taking a pencil and just using it to get those corners a little bit more pointed. I take my marker and I'm going to write the word flour on it. I want it to look like little sacks, like from like a bakery. And I do one that says flour, one that says sugar, one that says baking powder, and one that says cookie mix. And I take some sugar. I'm sorry. I take some tissue paper and I just fill up the little sacks, and then I take some baker's twine and I just wrap it up and I just cut some of the excess of the burlap on the top of the bag. And these are so cute. These little sacks came out so cute. And I know there's a lot of steps. You guys remember, if you guys want to do this, go right ahead. If you guys, if you guys want to just do that, the Gingerbread Bakery stand, just go do that as well. Now, my last little step, I'm taking these little bottles that I got from Dollar Tree, and I take it and I fill it up with white paint, and I just swirl it around. I fill one up with some nutmeg brown, and then I fill some up with some pink paint as well. And I let them dry out. And then I take some shish kebab sticks and I cut them down, and I just paint them red with some white stripes. And I'm going to use these as little straws. So basically what I made some little jugs, like little milk jars. Am I saying? I don't know, I confused myself. And on the white one, I do write the word milk on it. I'm not sure if I showed that. And I'm sorry, this wasn't the last step. I forgot that I did add this as well. I took one of those little plates from Dollar Tree in the toy section, like the little teacup toys that they had. I'm not even sure why I had this little plate. Probably left over from my daughters. And here I go, I'm rambling again. And I made some fake little cookies just using some clay that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I'm just painting it with some, I think it's like the golden from Apple Barrel King's Gold paint, with a little bit of brown mixed up. And I'm taking some puffy paint, and I'm just going to decorate the cookies and put some of those full little sprinkles on them. And now it's time to assemble everything together. I add my little milk jugs, and then I add my little plate of my fake little cookies, and then I take all my little sacks and I put them all around my little gingerbread bakery. And this is one of my favorite DIYs. I know that it has like a lot of steps to it, but it is so worth it because it came out so cute. I love the way it came out. I added my little ornament, my little gingerbread little man baker ornament. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so I have one of my wood gingerbread that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I was so excited to find these because I could not find them at all last year. So I'm just going to use my heat gun, and I'm going to take off, the things on his arms, the bow, and the buttons. I am going to leave the ones on his little legs. So make sure when you're doing this, just be very careful not to break the whole gingerbread man. Just add, your heat gun or your blow dryer, and then just take your spatula and just pop them right off. They come right off once you attach, you add that heat. So I'm going to just sand it up, clean it all up. And then I am going to take my nutmeg brown, my little dash of red and yellow, which I'm going to show you guys right here. And I am going to paint my entire gingerbread. Okay, you guys, he's all dried up. So I have this little cutout that I made on cardboard, and this is of my attempt of trying to make a little baker's hat / headband for my Gingerbread Man. So I take a piece of felt, white felt, and I'm just going to trace this on top of the felt. So once I had it traced, I cut out my little piece of felt. And I'm just going to draw on basically all the little designs of the little baker's hat. Basically the same designs that I did have on the piece of little cardboard. Unfortunately, since it is felt and I am using a dark marker, I did smudge it a little bit. So just be careful if you guys are going to do the same thing, just don't smudge it. But I left it as it was because I wasn't going to redo it. So I had my little hat and my little gingerbread man done. So now I am going to take my little gingerbread man again, and I'm just going to measure the hat, and I'm going to start drawing his face. Please, you guys, I encourage you guys to try to draw on the face instead of using stickers or, your Cricut or your cutting machines, because I was so hesitant to draw before, and I started, I've crafted my whole life. My grandma used to own a bridal shop, and I used to help her do like all the souvenirs and all that. And my mom was always crafting when I was little, but one thing I was very hesitant to do was draw. And lately I've been trying to draw on, and I feel like when you draw on your crafts, it makes them more personalized and more you. So just, try to do it. If you guys don't like it, remember you guys could always like redo it again and just paint it up. It doesn't hurt because these little projects are very inexpensive. They only cost $1, basically like $1 to make, and or $1.25 now. So just try to do it. Little words of encouragement here. Okay, you guys, so then I had these stickers, and I completely forgot that I had these. But these came in a book from Dollar Tree. And instead of buttons or, puffy paint, they had these like little cookies. So I decided to use these as the buttons. I found them so adorable, and I was like, oh, it looks a little kiddish, but that's what gingerbread is. Gingerbread is all like, kid friendly, and my kids love it. So that's what I care about. So I'm just gonna deck out his legs and make them look more cookie-lies. Cookie-lies. I swear I'm making up my own words now. But more you guys get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so I grabbed my baker's hat, and I'm just going to glue him on. Now, once I glue this little hat on, so I have these little wood pieces. And these little wood pieces, I had these when I made my bumblebee theme, and these are just pieces of the wooden hearts that you could pick up from Dollar Tree. And I had cut these out a long time ago, so I just rounded them out and I painted them up the same color that I painted my gingerbread man. Now, I'm going to use these as little hands for my little gingerbread man. So I grabbed my little wooden spoon. I have no idea where I got that from. And I'm just going to decorate it, make it look like some icing with my puffy paint. So I do some icing, and then I grab my faux little Christmas tree sprinkles, and I add some on there. Now I take the little spoon, and I'm going to glue it to the arm of the gingerbread man. And I take my little gingerbread hand, and I add some glue. And basically, I'm going to glue it so it could look like he's holding the spoon. This is so stinking cute. I know I say that a lot, but these gingerbread DIYs are so cute. Now, I didn't want him to be empty-handed on the other hand. Bakers are busy. So I have this little piece of a pie dish, because I ripped it up because I used like the rest of the pie dish because I made my son and my nephew's Halloween costumes. And basically, I'm folding it in so it could look like a little, like a little pan. So I'm folding all four sides. And then I have these little clay gingerbread men that I made using clay from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take 3 of them, and I'm going to lay them on the pan. And once I lay them on the pan, I'm going to take this little pan, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue the pan to my little gingerbread man and glue the other hand to him. Now I just wanted to deck my little gingerbread baker all up. So I grabbed this ribbon, and I actually got this for 25 cents last year. When you see something on clearance, grab it, you guys, honestly. That's my weakness. I do grab stuff on clearance, so I end up with a bunch of stuff. But it's actually worth it, when the year comes around to do it again. So I'm just going to fold this ribbon, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to glue it around my little gingerbread man's neck, my little baker, and make it look like a little scarf. What I didn't show, I took 2 blocks, and I did put them one behind each leg so he could be standing up. So when I do display him. And that was it for this one, you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And just to let you guys know, I really, really do appreciate you. So, like I always say, this world could throw you twists and turns, but always make a choice. It's in the next one, you guys.